this podium and visit with you or break out with you in just a little bit that have come from 3 uniquely different backgrounds to become Wildcats at the University of Kentucky. You're going to have Courtney Love, who transferred here from another institution. You're going to have Stephen Johnson, who came here from a junior college. And you're going to have Charles Walker, who came here from his home state just up the road as a walk-on and has become one of the real stalwarts of our program. 3 different journeys. And I think that speaks to the blend of college athletics and what you try and do in college athletics. You try and bring young people from different walks of life into a locker room and say, find a way to work together and to build something special. And that's what they've done. Was it a perfect year? No, it was not. Was it a learning year? Absolutely. And these young guys have learned an awful lot. And there are 3 guys that are seniors. Had them in my home the other night. Had a chance to visit with them about the journey. Really cool stuff. I really enjoyed listening to them. It was fun. That's what reminds me about what's special about what we do in college athletics and why we do it. All the other stuff, yeah, I get it. We got to manage that. But at the end of the day, it is about those relationships, those young people, those opportunities to participate in very special moments in their lives. And I want to make sure we don't miss that. Okay? So let me stop and answer your questions about the game or whatever we've got, and then we can get these guys up here because they're certainly a lot more important than me.
Mitch, will you have be on the jet or the helicopter on that day, and what's your plan?
You know, I haven't worked out my agenda yet. I got to figure all that out. We'll sort of see what the responsibilities from the bowl perspective are. It's close. We think it's 1 o'clock, 4:30 kind of thing. So we'll have to see how that works. So working on that myself. So we just sort of got the details of the day, and we're trying to figure out what's what. We got staffing issues. Clearly, we've got a major event on our campus. We got to make sure we pay attention to, and then we've got a major event in Nashville we've got to pay attention to. So 2 really cool parties. Got to figure out how to throw them and make sure we host them properly.
Mitch, was there any concern by the league or by the Music City Bowl just about having a school that has another huge event that day?
No, you know, I think there's always conversation. I mean, I don't look at it as a problem. I look at it as a great opportunity and unbelievable celebration. I don't know if there's probably too many schools that have the incredible opportunity to have 2 showcase opportunities in one day for your 2 marquee programs. And you know, that's really a special opportunity. And so I think that it's, again, I go back to how do we respond to that as an administration, as teams, and as fans. And I think it's a really cool deal.
Mitch, how do you evaluate this year? What are the kind of criteria you use to say whether success, failure, to be determined, whatever, for this specific season?
Yeah, you know, I think we continue to take steps. There were things I thought we did, you know, I'm not going to get into postseason evaluation right now because I think that's something Mark and I'll sit down at the end of the year and look at it. You know, there were some things, would you like to have a couple things back? Absolutely. I don't think there's every year you go through anything like that where you don't say, I wish I could have that one play back or that series back or something like that. There's also things that you sit there and say, you know what, I saw we got better there. And there were some moments where we moved it a different spot, and that was a good thing. And so I think you look at those, and as you have a chance to reflect back and you look, you know, as the year comes to a close, you know, Mark and I'll sit down and have that conversation like we always do, and he's always really honest, and that's the one thing I love about Mark. You know, he's extremely honest. He's reflective to himself and to his staff. He's hard on himself, and he wants this program to be as great as we all want it to be. And I think that we, again, I go back, this is a hard league. You know, it's a really hard league. And I think that our guys have fought, and we want to go find that 8th win. I think that's got to be the focus right now. And then we'll look back at the end of it and say, okay, where did it land? And did we make all the progress we wanted to make? Surely not. We want to be in the SEC East Championship game. That's where we want to be. We want to be down in Atlanta, where I was yesterday. Always made a vow I wasn't going to go to that game until I could take my own team. I did. I broke that promise for those 4 guys. I thought that was more important. But at the end of the day, I want to take our team to Atlanta. That's the goal. Make no mistake about it. We want to get to that and have a chance to win an SEC championship. I had an opportunity to get on the phone the other day with my old quarterback from Oregon State. I've been visiting with him a lot lately. There's a guy named Jonathan Smith. Now, I remember going to Oregon State back in 1998, and Jonathan Smith was a walk-on quarterback for us. And I tell the story only because He just walked into a press conference as the head coach at Oregon State the other day with his championship ring from the Pac-10 when we went and played in the Fiesta Bowl and beat Notre Dame. And he said, you know what, when I walked on at Oregon State, no one said we could ever do that. And so I don't believe things can't be done. We wouldn't have taken this job at Kentucky if we didn't believe we couldn't build a broad-based program and get things done that had never been done before, and we've done that in a lot of different ways. So I don't believe, just because it's a tough league, that we cannot get done what we dream of doing, and that's winning a Southeastern Conference championship and playing in those kind of moments. But I do not want to take away from what we've done in building back-to-back bowl wins or bowl games and trying to get that bowl win, an 8th win. Don't want to do that. We want to continue to try and make progress, and sometimes it takes longer than you want. We've invested in football here. We've got a wonderful stadium, a training facility that's outstanding, and I believe we've got the foundational pieces in place. That doesn't automatically give you success. You must continue to do the little things, and it is little things that win you championships. But I don't believe to ever take the dream away. I don't believe it's ever take the possibilities away, and we'll continue to work really, really hard at that. Recruiting is going well. We'll sign a class on December 20th, and we'll continue to go down and play that game on the 29th, and then we'll move on to spring practice and continue to build for next year.
Mitch, you said what happened last week is not who we are. Did you have any discussions with Mark after that game about some of the things that went on the field?
Yeah, I think we talked about it. You know, we lost our composure, and I don't think there's any mystery in that. You know, we got frustrated, and we lost our composure, and did not handle ourselves. We're one of the fewest, over the last couple, 2 or 3 years, we're one of the fewer penalized teams in the league. And frankly, most of those penalties are generally been holding or pass interferences or things like that, things that are not like that. That is not who we've been. And so, you know, I think we'll continue to manage most of those things internally. You know, Mark did a good job of that. He addressed it, and I think we can work our way through that. But that's not who we are. And I think you'll talk to these guys, and you'll find they're a very proud group of guys.